Uh, no, no one else's lack of dedication or motivation will hinder me.
Yes.
That was like I listened to you say it, and I already had the mentality, but to hear you confirm that for me,
Mm-hmm.
like if y'all don't do it, I'm gonna build this thing by myself. Y'all end up
Yes.
reaping something, but you know it's all right. So I'm willing. I'm so very willing. But that was the other one. I can't think of
That's so good. Yes, yes, yes. All of like every year for the past 3 years after I hit my first six figures, I said I was going to show at least 10 or more people how to do the same thing. And every year it always happens. So this year my goal is to help people reach six figures and seven figures. And all of the ones, it's always a trend that I notice. The ones who do hit it, they are the ones who do their affirmations. They're the ones who actually read the books. They're the ones who always they listen to the peak performance. They meditate. They do all that stuff. The ones who don't, they don't be doing it. They just skip it. They think it's like woo woo or
that.
whatever.
Yeah,
Like I don't know what to
I
say.
did. I did like a little FaceTime call with the ones that I could get on. I got a couple. Well, basically like one that just won't answer at all, won't answer text or anything.
Mhm.
Um, I said I'm not gonna even give any energy into that. I know exactly what to do on that end, but just going over everything in your video. I reposted the video and try to encourage them. Like, look, y'all only as good as your team leader's gonna be. I said,
Mhm.
but if y'all see my fire, I said, I wish I could just. I'm trying to transfer a little of that energy over to you guys. You know, I said, I know it's hard. I know you're gonna get some no's, and that's discouraging. I said, but if you get 10 people, and out of those 10 people, you get one yes. I said that was a
Mhm.
success. I said
Mhm.
so. You know, don't give up. Don't be so hard on yourself. I said this is your business. This is your baby, and you want to grow it. You mean to tell me you're gonna invest your money and time in something and then not work it?
Right.
You causing your own self to fail. So
Yes. Yes. I love it. I love it. Love it. And sometimes our teams got to see us upgrade even more. Like you hit night on
yeah,
them, they're gonna be like, okay, hold up. Then you bust out and
I'm
hit
already there.
Noble.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to get them up. I'm
Yes.
trying to make them hit
Noble.
night.
Yes. That's
And
what you gotta do. Hit Noble on them.
I went and looked at everybody's date. Everybody has more than enough time, 2 to 3 weeks. That's plenty of time for
Right.
everybody to rank up at least founder. So
Yes.
I was like, we gonna work on the people that came in first. We gonna, if you bring your own people in, that's good. But we gonna try to work together to get these people in. But I definitely need them studying too. I said, cause you could be making money
Right.
already without the compensation side.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I'm just
Yep.
trying to
Yep.
encourage today, you know. So I
Yes.
asked them, I said, did y'all define y'all why? I said, what is your why? I said, I'm gonna tell you what my why is, and I told them what my why was. And so one of my friends, she was like, I said, I'm tired of working for everybody else. I said, I've been working since I was 17. I said, I want
Mhm.
to retire by the time I'm 50. I said, look, who's gonna make that happen for me? Nobody but me. My job can't even make that happen for me at this point. You know, I've put so much time and energy and working, putting all my hard work ethic into other people's company. But now it's time for me
Right.
to invest in myself like I did for those people. And I'm a
Mhm.
hush now.
Uh-oh. Yes, I'm super excited for you. I know you're gonna do absolutely amazing. It's a certain type of burning desire. It's a certain type of fire that people need to be successful. And if they don't got it, it is not gonna happen.
Yes, I love your desire.
You can tell,
Thank you.
right? Y'all can tell she's serious. She like, I'm about to do this. Forget that.
I told Ebony, I said,
We're gonna
hey,
do this.
I'm on your heels. I'm riding on your
Uh-oh.
on your coattail. I'm
Oh,
coming.
you were Ebony. Oh, I should have known. I should have
I
known.
said, I'm on your coattail, sis. I'm on your coattail, right behind you. I'm coming.
Good. Good, good. I'm excited for you. Oh my gosh. I like y'all is going ham. I'm super excited for y'all. It's a wrap. I'm
I'm
super excited.
grateful. I'm grateful for you and the opportunity. I thank you for your leadership that you passed down to others that had that same hunger, that same desire
Mm-hmm.
and drive, to become something. We don't. I'm not comfortable. I'm not content, and I don't think I ever want to be comfortable in a place of
Yeah,
complacency.
it's
Want that.
dangerous.
I don't want. Yes, it is.
It's
So
dangerous,
thank
dangerous,
you for
dangerous.
pushing others that have helped push me and push me into a new level in my life. I thank you for that.
Yes, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm super excited. I'm super excited. I hope everybody. I hope y'all got your teams on. Wanted to make sure everybody had time to put your teams on. I'm gonna say this one more time. I feel sorry for the people who are not on this, and I feel
Yes.
sorry for the people who will not watch the recording. I feel sorry for the people who never plug into anything. It's an absolute shame that people have a gold mine and then they not woke enough to see it or
It's
understand.
right in our hands, man. Right in our hands. It's right
Right.
there. Like I, I see the promised land, Operation Promised Land. I was like,
Yes.
man, when I was thinking about all of those stories, Abraham, Moses, Joshua,
Mm-hmm.
all things that taking place biblically. It's still taking place right here today. You know,
Yes.
like it's crazy. And then when people see you rise, you know, they become envious instead of saying, "What
Mm-hmm.
did you do?
Right.
Show me the way." You know, so I just, you know, I'm gonna push that example forward. I'm
Yes.
gonna glean from you, glean from Ebony, and I'm gonna pay it forward. So
Yes. Good, good. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, y'all ready? Type of 777 if you're ready to understand these numbers. Let me know in the chat. Have some fire emojis. Let's go. Yes, yes, y'all ready for this? Dun, dun, all right, all right, all right. Hold on one second, y'all. Let me make sure. All right. So, all right. So today I want to talk about these numbers. These numbers, these numbers, these numbers. I am such a numbers person, okay? I really did not like math in school, but when I found out in business, you can predict your income if you know your numbers. Now, me coming from a place of lack, when I hear successful people, I pay very close attention. They will literally say things, and I'm like, oh my gosh, really? So this guy, he makes $1 million a month. He said, your business should be predictable. I said, right, I think so too. Like, how can it be predictable? Because these large multi-million-dollar companies, they know their numbers. They got teams who track and analytics and all this stuff, right? Right? In network marketing, it is the same thing, okay? So first number you have to understand is the law of large numbers. You got to understand that the amount of people that you expose or talk to in this business is going to determine your income. So in traditional business, you put your money up or whatever, you may put $50,000, $100,000 up, and you may not see a return within 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, or whatever the case may be, right? That's traditional business. In network marketing, right, you don't have to really put a lot of money up. You can put a low amount, less than $1,000, right, $99 like ours, right, and get a high return. But what actually do you need? You need people. You know that, right? People are your most highest resource ever. People are worth more than somebody giving you $100,000. People are worth more than giving you $200,000. It's people. And the problem is that people have been through so many things where they actually either do not like people or they're so terrified to talk to people. Okay. So one thing you have to understand is when you join a business, when you start, your list is going to be your money. I was taught when I learned email marketing, I learned social media. I had to learn these things, right? I'm not going to get too deep into that, but I'm going to talk about the basics. When I learned email marketing, they basically said for every person who you get on your list is worth $1 to $3. Once you get to about 500 to 1,000 people on your list, they're worth about that $1 to $3 to $10. I was like, what? So when I made my first 6 figures, I was like, this is so true. So I made my capture page. I did all this stuff, right? And I tested it. And I had about 1,000 people on my list. I was making about $3,000 a month, right? Consistently, right? But people don't understand this. So when you join the business, you need to actually build your list for real. You have to build your list.
Don't prejudge nobody. I'm telling you, the people who you think gonna join your business versus the people who you think won't join versus will join, it's not gonna be what you think. So, okay, my husband, he has his mom in, his dad in, my uncle in, my auntie in now. All of his family is like joining the business, right? When I first joined, did I talk to them? Did I tell them about it? No, because I'm like, okay, well, we've been in many things. They probably won't do it. That's what I said. He said, forget that. I'm about to tell them, right? And they join. You see what I mean? Like, you never know. It don't matter if you've been in a bunch of businesses. Never prejudge. So what I tell people when they start with me, I'm like, you need to make a list of at least 100 people. Minimum. If they tell me, oh, I don't know nobody, which a lot of people say, right? I say, how many people in your phone? They say, oh, I got like 20 people in my phone. Okay, or I got 200 people, right? That's a head start. I always say minimum 100, right? Some people know about building a list, but they never built a list, right? They gotta write it down, because the more amount of people you got on your list, the faster you're gonna make money, okay? So this is why you see people come in and hit Night in a week, or hit Noble in a week, or 3 or days. Somebody hit Bishop in like days. You know why? Because their list was long when they started, and they got through it fast. So you start off, you write your list, I say, how many people on your Facebook? How many people? Everybody better go on here. I don't care what you think about these people. And after you write your list, you're going to go through and say, okay, who are the most successful people? These are the things you want to ask yourself. Who do I know that's coachable and teachable? Who do I know who are go-getters? Who do I know who I've been in companies with and they killed it and I saw them on the leaderboard? Who do I know who do I know who's in network marketing? All right. To be honest, can I tell you a secret? All right. 95% of the people I talk to is network marketers. I'm not even gonna lie. So the normal stuff that people get, like, well, they said it's a pyramid, there's a scam, honestly, I don't get that anymore because I know about target marketing. I'm not gonna talk about that today. Target marketing, though, is basically when you know who your customer is. They already have done this before. Just like the people who selling health products online on Facebook ads and stuff, who are they targeting? They're not targeting everybody. They're targeting people who want to lose weight, people who have bought this type of product in the past, because if they did it in the past, usually they'll do it in the future. So I said to myself, well, I want to talk to network marketers because they already have joined the business before. They already understand it's going to take an investment. Before, when I was struggling, I used to always get people who say, I don't have the money, or this is a pyramid, or why should I have to invest? And it's like, oh my gosh. But what I recommend, though, talk to everybody you know first, and then start going through cold marketing stuff. But definitely have that list together. The bigger your list, the more money you're going to make, the faster, okay? People who really struggle, they never wrote their list. Or if they did, the list was really short. It was like 10, 20 people. So let me give you realistic numbers, because most people don't know this. And I'm going to tell you about a trend that I realized, and because it's all numbers. I realized that the most successful people in the business, number one, they pick up the phone. They don't text people. They don't send out like a text message or anything. They do, but they mostly pick up the phone. Number two, they have exposed at least 500 people. I have not seen anybody hit, let me think, Duke or Duchess or whatever the case, and they talk to less than 500 people. I have not ever seen it. Ask anybody in this company who's a Duke or Duchess, they have all talked to 500, 1,000, 2,000 people. Every single one. Now, if you get people on your team who say, well, I'm struggling, ask them how many people they talk to. I guarantee you that number is going to be less than 100. I can almost I'll bet anybody on here $100. All right. If they have texted or whatever the case may be, they have not called the 100 people. Now, next question. Have they basically, what was I going to say? 100 people. Have they called them? No, they probably have not called them. I know they haven't. And if they did, if anybody tell me they say, oh, I talked to 100 people, I talked to 200 people, and they don't have nobody on their team, I'm going to ask them, what in the world are you saying? I guarantee you they saying all type of crazy stuff. I guarantee you they're not using the script that we gave. I almost guarantee it, right? Pretty much I can, confidently, okay? So that is the trend. What are you going to do with the information that I'm telling you? Are you going to be like, okay, yeah, good information? Or are you going to say, oh, wow, maybe I need to step up my game? okay? So because this is a leadership meeting, by the way. If nobody told y'all, this is a leadership meeting. My specialty is I develop leaders, okay? Because I know that's the only way they're gonna get to the big money, right? I have to help people understand that it is a process. Do not ever join the company and say, I'm gonna give it 30 days or 60 days or 90 days. And if this don't happen, it's not gonna work. People who do that, they have already failed. They already messed it up for themselves, because successful people do not think like that. They don't, all right? So the numbers as far as that is usually this. It's in a launch manual as well, and it's pretty accurate, all right? We always preach 25-7-1. If you don't know what 25-7-1 is you need to expose at least 25 people to Tradera in the next 7 days with one question, all right? That's minimum. 25 people is the minimum. So that's calling people. If you read it right, they say calling people. Now, if you texting people, which is okay, 50 is the minimum per week. These are realistic low numbers, by the way. These are not high performance people number. I'm just letting you know that. I'm just being completely honest from going from struggling to being successful, okay? So using social media, 100 is the minimum. I hope y'all wrote those numbers down if you can somewhere, so that you can know that when I show you how to write your goals down and hit your goals, you're not delusional, okay? It's some people who be delusional when they write their goals down. The numbers just have to add up. Your spiritual, your goals, your dates, your actions, all of them must line up. You can't say, I want it, I believe it, da, da, da. Your actions don't match. Do your actions match? Do your numbers match? Where are you at for the week? Okay, right? So those are the numbers, okay? And that's you piquing interest, using the script. If you just start, write your list, get your flyer done. That's what I'm teaching people from now on. If you want, how much do you want to make? Okay, this is the main thing I ask people. Anybody who call me or I ever talk to them, they join me or whatever, how much do you want to make? What you want to do? Do you want to trade or do you want to build? You want to trade? These are all the sessions. I'm not about to sit there and spend all my time trying to train people on how to trade when it's 3, 4, 5 sessions a day. All right. As a businesswoman, I have to use my time wisely. Yes, I can sit up here and teach y'all how to trade, right? But it's a system we already have. I mean, I'm going to maximize my time, especially if I'm building, right? All right. We don't really have that much. We have training that people can watch on building, yes, but live, actually being able to come and give them live sessions just like people get to do when they trading, that's where I'm going to come in, because I realize it's a lack. So when I went to that meeting on Making 7 Figures in 7 months, what they said is, if there are things that are not in place, right, you need to create them. And that's what I did. I saw things that were not in place, right? So I said, okay, I'm going to step up and do them. Presentations weekly. Was there one? No. When I went to the seminar, they said, how many of you in your company, all right, have meetings, opportunity meeting every week? I mean, days throughout the week, like 5 days a week or 7 days a week or whatever. And we all raised, I didn't raise my hand because at the time I didn't. The company I was in, I didn't, right? So it was a lot of people who didn't raise their hand. They said there was nobody had no opportunity calls, like 5 days a week or 7 days a week, right? And she said, basically, okay, you need to make one. I was like, dang, man. I was like, man, I don't want to do that, right? She said, what you don't want to do, you must do. I'm going to repeat that. With all those things some of y'all know y'all need to do, that is the main thing that's going to make you successful. I was sitting there like, man, I got to do this. Okay, I'm going to do it. I said, I'm going to be coachable and teachable, right? So I wrote that down. I need to do presentations, right? So then she said, income producing activities, launches, launching people. Do you know what a launch is? They write their list of 100 people or more. Get your flyer done. We already went over that yesterday in the training. Get your flyer done. And when you start, you need to call these people on this list, send them that flyer, remind them when it's time, all that good stuff, right? Those are the main income producing activities. And at the time, there was no opportunity call for me. I was a email marketing affiliate marketer, whatever you want to call it. I didn't have no opportunity meetings for that because it was affiliate marketing, right? It wasn't even MLM, right? So I started doing a opportunity call, okay? Because I knew how to make videos. I knew how to do all that stuff, but A lot of people don't know how to do that. You need a system where people can literally come in, don't know nothing, and can say, get on this call, right? So we started doing opportunity meetings. Our team grew to thousands of people. I was like, oh, shoot. You see the power of being coachable and teachable? I went there to see how to make millions of dollars online in network marketing, right? So why not listen? Why not follow steps? Yeah, you can be scared, you can be all you want, but when the pain, listen, when your pain of being in your situation right now is not bigger than doing what you gotta do, you're not gonna never change. You're gonna keep on saying, oh, I'm not gonna do that Facebook Live, oh, I'm not gonna do this, I'm not gonna do that. It's just too many I'm not gonna do's, all right? So the people who is 3%, which I talked about yesterday, who make 6 figures or more in the industry. So don't you think that these people are doing things differently? That is true. They are doing what the 97% are not willing to do, all right? You refuse to do it, then refuse to get the benefit of it, okay? That's the one thing. So now let's talk about hitting your numbers, all right? So yesterday, if you was on my call, I said, I'm gonna be asking people what date, what do you wanna hit and what date? So I'm gonna call on some random people and just unmute your line. I wanna know what date are you gonna hit whatever you're gonna go. So I'm gonna call on Nevada. I see a picture right there, Nevada. What's your goal and date?
I gotta get here. Wait a minute.
I can hear you.
Oh, you can hear me?
Yeah.
Awesome. My goal is Noble by Sunday.
Okay, Noble by Sunday. Right, perfect. So Noble on Sunday. So what date is that? June 7th?
Yep.
All right, so if I was you, Nevada, what I will have, you probably already have it. What I usually do when I figure out what date I'm gonna do something, I put, I think about it, it started in my mind, and I write on paper, I say the date, and then I turn it into an affirmation. That's in Think and Grow Rich. He talk about the 6 steps of turning thoughts into riches. So I will put, I'm so happy and grateful now that I am a Noble in Tradera on June 7th or earlier. That's exactly what I would write down, right? Got it?
Yep.
All right, and then what I do, I'll say it in the morning and I'll say it in the night, out loud. Boom. All right, good. Nevada, she got her goal, y'all. Hey, all right. Who wanna go next? Wait, who next? Janet?
I'm next.
Oh, Kenny, go ahead.
I'm gonna be at Duke next Sunday. Duchess.
What date is that? He said Duchess, that's a lady. He gonna say Duchess. Duke Duchess.
Duke Duchess. Yes, ma'am.
What date is that?
14th.
14.
Is June 14th?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you gotta write down?
I already wrote it down.
What can you tell everybody what you gotta what was the top recommendation that Dominique says to write down with the format?
I'm so happy and grateful now.
Y'all cheating.
Don't cheat on me, y'all. All right. I am so happy and grateful now that I am attracted and signing up leaders in my Tradera business that build teams 500 people in 30 days or less. Today and every day in each of my 3rd leg in Tradera.
Woo!
Yes. Yes.
That is the one.
Hey, Dominique.
Yes.
I just want to go on and get mine out the way. I'm hitting Noble tonight.
Whoa. Okay. So what date is that?
Today is the 4th.
Yes. All right. So Kenny, can you put that in the chat? By the way, if you heard that, that's what I give people. That affirmation has. I'm gonna get to that. The secret to hidden legend. I'm gonna get to that. So y'all gotta stay to the end now. But the format I was talking about, Kenny, was I'm so happy and grateful now that I am a Duke on June 14th, 2020 or earlier. That's what I meant.
Oh, okay.
So that's how you will write it down.
Okay.
You got it?
Yes, ma'am.
And then Jay, he said today he hit a Noble. Jay's will be, I'm so happy and grateful now that I am a noble in Tradera. You see how specific I am? On June 4th, 2020, or it's today, so you don't got to put or earlier because, I mean, it's today. That's when you're
Yes.
right. That's what I mean.
Yes, I'm 2 people away, and I will hit that today.
Oh my gosh, go ahead. I'm super, super proud of you. I'm super proud of you. All right, who's
Empress by
next?
Sunday. Empress by Sunday.
What's your format?
What's my format for hitting Empress?
Yes. How do you say it? How do you write it down?
I am so happy and grateful that by this Sunday, with all the hard work that I have put in, that I will hit the rank of Empress and go past that on my road to legend by activating all the leaders that are in my list. Yeah.
Yes, that I am Empress. Always present tense, y'all. Remember that.
I am a Empress.
Present tense, yes.
Can you hear them now?
yes.
Yeah.
I'm
But
so
let me
happy
get-
and grateful now that I am Empress and Tradera on, I
I
didn't
can
get
hear
the
you,
day.
babe.
What day was that?
Sunday.
Okay, so this is what I want everybody to do. Look at it. I'm about to write something in the chat. So nobody write nothing in the chat right now. I'm about to write something in the chat. I am so happy and grateful now that.
I wish I said no for the right reasons. I said no for the wrong ones. I'm in love with you. And even if I work the poor cripple guy angle, I can't compete with it.
First
I said no.
or earlier.
He would just die or be out of the picture.
Don't write nothing, y'all.
When God would hurt you, and I can't hurt you.
I'm about to write it in the chat. All right. So now that I got a proofread because Selena gonna get on me. Legend to his because I'll be putting typos galore. All right, so here it is. This is what I want y'all to write down on your paper in this format. Okay, it's a reason why I say everything because it's a certain way to manifest. So it's like this. I'm so happy and grateful now that I am level 2 legend 300K in Tradera on July 1st, 2020 or earlier. Woohoo! So whatever your rank is, I don't know the next rank, what it's called, so I just made it up myself. I said level 2 legend 300,000 a month. I don't know it, but I think it's close to that. But write yours down in this format. If you can't follow directions, I don't want you to even message me saying whatever because you're not following directions. Oh, we got Desiree. I'm so happy and grateful now that I am a noble in Tradera on June 7, 2020 or earlier. There you go. That's how you write it. That was close, so I'm gonna give it to you. I'm so happy and grateful now that I am a bishop on. I didn't say bye, y'all. Stop putting bye. Say on, like present tense. On, exactly like that, y'all. I'm so happy and grateful now that I am noble in Tradera on. Why y'all keep putting by? I didn't put that. I don't know what y'all reading. Nope, I did not say it like that. This is a practice test, a simple writing exactly how I put it, y'all. So I'd be grateful. I mean, not my goal, your goal though. That is funny. See how easy it can get rearranged. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm Bishop in Tradera on June 20th, 2020. Thank you, Lisa Williams. She's the first one I saw who wrote it properly. Thank you, Lisa Williams. That's my girl. See, that's what I'm talking about. That is how you write it.
I told you I'm following you. I got you this time.
Thank you, baby. Yes.
You're welcome, honey.
Yes, she's the first one who wrote it right. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm Bishop in Tradera by June. Still saying bye. Why y'all keep saying bye? Okay, I'm skipping that. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm letting. Okay, not Darnell Romance. Okay, I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm noble in Tradera on July 1st, 2020 early. Yes, Rayshika got it right. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm a knight in Tradera on June 13th or earlier. Woo, Keelan, go ahead, Keelan. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm a noble 500,000 a month in Tradera on June 7th or earlier. Yes, Ashley, good job. Oh, was Desiree? Okay. I got you. You fine. Now that I am a bishop in Tadera on July 3rd, 2020. Come on, Rakia, that's my girl. Woo! Who else? I'm celebrating now that I'm a knight in Tadera on. Thank you. All right, y'all got it. Y'all got it. I think y'all got it. I didn't say by this date. No, on this date or earlier. That is the present tense. That is called the power of now. When you have to be a millionaire right now. You have to be a six-figure earner right now. You see what I mean? You have to do it right. Be in that feeling right now, because let me tell you a secret. If you keep on saying I am going to, or I will, or this is going to happen, you're going to keep on saying that and keep on saying that. And guess what? You're going to keep on being there and keep on being there. You're in a constant state of this is going to happen instead of it has already happened. It's going to confuse the universe. It's going to confuse all the electromagnetic frequencies. It's going to be like, oh, wait, hold up, whoa. Selena is making $50,000 a month. Hold on, we got to get this to her fast. Like this is happening right now. This is here. This is now. Okay, so that is how you do it. That is the proper way to do it. All little people who I've trained to make six figures or more, or multiple six figures, they all do it like that. They all do it like that. All right. And if they do miss it about a little bit or whatever, it's because their belief was just so strong that it outweighed everything. All right. So you need to, the next step, y'all got it? I wanted to show you that because I want you to see how easily people can not hear what you say. Even though you tell somebody something or explain something to somebody, it's so easy for a person to miscommunicate one little thing or two things and just completely, like, if you know the story of the plane, did you know if the plane is off course by 1 degree, it can take it can take them an extra 30 minutes to an hour to get to their destination? Do you want to be off by that 1, 2? Some of y'all by 10, 20, 30 degrees. And that's why it's going to take you way longer than somebody. That's why you don't know the time it's going to happen, because little things like that. All right. So after you write that down, guys, all right, you want to write it on paper, because it happens in your mind, then it happens on paper. So what happens when you write something, when you have something in your mind, now it's time to write it on paper. When you write it on paper, that is the first step from bringing it from the metaphysical, spiritual, to the physical. All right. And when you write it down, every cell, every atom in your body, which the whole world is made of energy, by the way, it has to focus on that. Okay. When you write things down, it's actually one of the most greatest forms of focus. That's why when I was in school, when I took notes, I did better than when I didn't. All right. Because it's becoming a part of you. So you write it down. You got the date. All right. You write it down. Now, there's another step for those of you who that's not your next rank. So if you have this goal down and this is not your next rank, you actually have to do it for the ranks before that as well. So if you say, I'm going to hit Duke or Duchess and you're not Bishop yet, okay, or you're not Noble yet, you have to do the same thing for the other ones, okay, because you can't get to Bishop or Duke or Duchess or Prince or Princess without going through the rest of the ranks. So you got to do the same thing for the other ones in between, okay? Y'all got that? Let me know. Drop a 777 in the chat if y'all understand that. Okay, y'all got it? Write it for the other ranks. If you didn't hit the other ranks in between to get to that, you gotta do the ones for that. So what you're gonna do with this is after you write it for the next 90 days, I will say it in the morning and say it at night, and don't skip more than 2 days in a row. Okay, so if you skip 2 days, that third day, you better get back up and say it. Because the more you don't say it, the more inconsistent you are, the more power you lose. Because your emotions drive your life. Let me repeat that. Your emotions drive your life. This is why I tell people, you got to be able to have the actual correct emotions as well while you're on the road to legend, because there's going to be a lot of things that hit you. Okay? If you can't control it, it will control you. And it will be too powerful so you can't take it no more, and then you're going to quit. Okay? So that's important. Y'all get it? I think y'all got that part so far. Super, super important. Now we're not gonna be delusional anymore. We know our goals, we know our dates. No more. I come to your inbox. I'm like, okay, when you about to hit this? You like, well, March, right? No, we can't do that anymore. This is a business. This is projectable. This is predictable. All right, we got to get our stuff together. All right, so a lot of people join business, they be like, oh, I'm about to do this. It's like, when? No, you don't know the date. If you don't write down your date, what's going to happen every time pass, you're not going to even know where you're at. You're not going to know if you're on track. Before you know it, a month or two going to pass and you don't even realize it, right? So you got to be on track. So now you got your date. We're not going to be delusional anymore, like I said, okay? What do you have to do? You know your date. Do you know the compensation plan? Do you even know how many go in each leg? How you want to hit legend and you don't know it's 2,000, 2,000, 1,000? How you want to hit bishop, you don't know it's 30 in leg 1, 30 in leg 2, and 15 in leg 3? That doesn't make any sense, okay? Amazon is not going to say we want to hit $1 trillion and then they don't know that they need to sell this amount of this product, this amount of that product, this amount of that product. It's the same thing. Don't act like an employee. Don't take those employee traits to the business traits, okay? Right? Now you got to act like a 6 or 7 figure business owner, because you are, and you can hit these goals, but you need to know where they are. So if you're going to hit bishop, you need to write down somewhere and say, okay, I need to put 30, I need this, and this here. This is what I need, and this is what I have. This is where I am. This is what I have. This is where I am. This is what I have. That's what you need to know at all times. At any point where you don't know your numbers, you're screwed, okay? So this is where I am. This is what I have. So you want to have your piece of paper, have your little circles. They'll say, I have this, leg 1, leg 2. I got, no. So let me actually bring out the whiteboard. All right, so this is where I am. This is what I have. So this is you now. 1, 2, 2, 3. You trying to hit, I'm just gonna put Duke. All right, example. And you got, let's say 50, 70, let me think, 20. Right now, this leg 1, leg 2, leg 3. Right? You got this. This is you now. This called 6 figures with 6 circles. This is what you need. Right? This is what you need. Let me mute everybody. Right? All right, this is what you need. How many do you need? Anybody know? What do you need in leg 1?
I look like 50.
Yep, you need 50. You need 50 more. You need 50 more. Right?
100 altogether.
Yeah, you need 50 more, 100 altogether. You need what in here?
30.
Yep, 30. And what you need here?
30.
30. Because you need 100. You need total. Yeah, your total. And then total 50. It needs to say 100 here, 100 here, 50 here, right? This is what you need. That means you need 50. You need 30 here, you need 30 here. This is important. This is very extremely important. Learn the freaking comp plan, y'all. You get charged $114 once you hit night. When you have 3 people, you need to upgrade to IBO to get a free membership. You should know this, okay? If your people don't know this, they don't know where they are, they don't know what they need, they don't know the total, how likely is a person to hit it? It's like, it's like going to a dart match, and you're turned around the whole time because you don't even know where the dart match is. That's like getting on a boat and you're like, oh, we going to Cancun, and then you ask the captain, hey, what's the coordinations to Cancun? You know the coordinations, right? They're like, well, not really, but I think it's over there. That's the same exact thing, okay? It's literally the same thing. Okay, so if you don't know, you talking about some, oh yeah, let's rank up, blah blah blah, and you don't know none of these numbers, like it's not gonna work like that. I don't operate like that, and I'm really just being honest with you. I'm telling you how I operate. This is why I hit legend, because I knew my numbers at all times. Now I'm about to go deeper. I told y'all numbers. I'm a numbers person. So whatever you are now, so what you need total, and then what is next? You have a date. You have a date. That's why you need your date. Because now I'm about to show you how to break down these numbers as far as your date, right? So if you have your date, how many days is that from now until your date, right? How many days? You got to ask yourself these questions. So I have a list of questions that I'm asking myself, all right? I say, what is the distance steps? So you get your date, you need the exact date, and then you need to write down your affirmation for it. I do the same process in any time I'm going for numbers or in this type of arena. I do the same thing. I study the comp plan. This is why I can look at a comp plan and be like, oh, this is dumb. Like, I'm not about to do all this work to make this. So when I saw Tradera comp plan, I was like, okay, this makes sense. I'll do this type of work to make this amount, right? So write down your affirmation, say in the morning, put it on your screensaver on your phone, get you a flyer done, put it on your screensaver, with you hitting your rank, and then Kenny just put the leadership affirmation. All right, did y'all hear the leadership affirmation? If you want to hit legend, the secret is you need at least one leader in each of your legs. Some people ask me, when am I gonna hit legend? When do you think I can hit legend? Or what is this? Da, 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 da. You hit it when you have at least one leader in each leg, because you can't do this by yourself. You can, but it's gonna take you longer. But the faster you get at least one leader in each leg, the faster you're gonna hit legend. Because that's what happened with my sponsor. He was struggling in his last leg. He needed one more leader in his last leg. He was doing all this work. He had a boss in his second leg. He had a boss in his third leg. And then when I came in, our group basically took him to legend. That was his last stepping stone. Okay. So break down how many working days is that. So for example, you need to hit Duke. Who want me to be an example? I'll break it down for you. Who want to be the example? I'll show you how to break down your numbers. This is exactly what I would do. Who want to be the guinea pig? Not a guinea pig, but you know what I mean. Who want me to break down their numbers real quick?
I do.
All right, awesome.
I do. Denzel and Jim.
All right, perfect. Let's do you. Okay, so what's your goal?
All right, so I am happy and grateful now that I am at Bishop on. Yeah, earning $2,000 in Tradera on June 30th.
June 30th.
2020 or earlier.
All right, so June 30th. All right, June 30th. So how many days is that from now?
We have 26 days.
We got
and I'm at 17, 12.
They're muted now.
Hold on, let me mute this. Okay, I'm about to mute everybody, Denzel, and then I'm going to just raise your hand so nobody else can unmute until we do. Can you raise your hand? You know how to raise your hand? Okay, there we go. Let me get you. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
All right, so we got 26 days left. And then what do you have now?
I need 17 in leg 1, 12 in leg 2, 9 in leg 3.
All right, 9 in leg 3. All right, leg 2, 17, 12, 9. So you need how many total?
I need 38 people.
38 people. All right, 38 people. All right, so let's divide. We're going to do, so we got 26 days left, but we need 38 people. So how many people per day do you need to hit it in 26 days?
So, like a half a person.
Right.
0.7.
Let's just say 2.
So basically, yes.
Let's say 2.
Okay.
2 per day.
Mm-hmm.
So how many per week?
That's 14 a week.
14 per week.
Mm-hmm.
Who is talking?
I'm sorry. Yeah, let me step in. I'm sorry.
Per month.
Mm-hmm.
Per month, you need.
So I don't need a full month. If it's 14 a week, we need like 2.5 weeks.
Yep. So 14. How many is it per week? 14. Yep. 14.
You said 2 of that.
Right. You really can hit it in 2 weeks.
Okay.
You really can actually hit it in 2 weeks.
Okay.
So let's just say per month, you really just 14 times 4. Technically, I would do 14 times 4, but you don't need all that. So within, I'll just put within.
So we really could bring the date back, probably about, what, 20 days?
Yeah, like you can per week 14, 28. Yeah, you really can do it in 2 weeks. To be honest.
Okay.
2 weeks.
So we did that, if we said
So you can keep your day. It's gonna give you enough time just in case you're a little off.
Okay.
You can keep your day. That's why we said or earlier. You see why I put that in there? Because when I break down it, sometimes you can actually hit it early. That's exactly why. So use a perfect example. So per month we just gonna say 26 people. Because that's what you need, right?
38.
Oh, I'm sorry, 38.
Mm-hmm.
It's 26, 38 people. So then this is her number. Y'all see how I just broke that down? She needs 2 people a day, 14 people per week, and she needs 38 people in a month. Right?
Right.
So this is what I do, okay? I'll go for double. All right, you do not have to do this, but I go for double the numbers. That's me personally, because at the end of the day, if you get exactly the number, one person fall off, you just derank that fast. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I usually go for like double, or I add extra numbers. So I would do something like per day, I would say 2 to 5 people. That's what I would put down. Just so it can be extra.
Okay.
That's what I put. And then I put per week, 14 to 20 people. That's what I'll put. And then in a month, I'll do something like 38 to 50 people. Boom. That way we over our numbers. If people expire, oh well, bye y'all. That's why I never worry about people like expire. I'll hit them up. If they say no, okay, bye y'all, right? I'll never worry about, okay, my team not done, okay, whatever. I'm about to find these people, because 20% of your 20% of what you make will come from 20% of your team. Everybody is not going to do something. Okay? Some people will do something, some people will do nothing, and some people will build it big. Okay, and that's about 20% of your organization. So you really want to be focusing on the 20% of the people who are really, really trying, who trying to get it. And now, if they want to trade, focus on them too, and make sure they plug in. Hey, did you plug into this? Da, da, da. Here's the information. All right, the people who you see who are serious, that's who you focus on. You can try to drag somebody to the fence line all you want. Good luck. All right, and then some people are going to be motivated by what you do. That's why I was saying in the beginning, like, shoot, rank up on them. Maybe they probably listen to you now. You go Knight on them. You go Noble on them. You hit Bishop. I remember Lucretia hit Bishop. Her team was like, what the world? She went from literally doing nothing in the business to hitting Bishop like in 4 or 5 weeks. They started listening to her after that. I kid you not. I kid you. They started listening to her. At first, they wasn't listening to her. And then she was like, forget this. She started calling them. She's like, I'm serious. Like, we about to do this. Do you want to do this with me or not? I was like, okay, girl. Okay, so you get what I did, Denzel?
I got you.
Okay, boom. That's how you get your numbers. Does everybody understand how I just got her numbers? You need to do the same thing. Right? Does everybody understand what I just did? I just said, what does she have? What does she need? What is the total so far? Okay, you got that? You need to know what you need in leg 1. You need to know what you need in leg 2. You need to know what you need in leg 3. As soon as you do this process, you are going to be so clear on what you need instead of being in a foggy la land lane. You don't know what you need. You just like, well, I'm going to hit this next rank or whatever, but I really don't know what I need. You can't be like that, okay? So now she know her number. The next step I put on here, all right? So how many working days? We got the week, the daily. All right, she know how many she needed each leg. She know all the days what she need, all right? So now so it's June 4th. It's June 4th. By the time June, what's the next week? Let me go to my June 4th. By the time June 11th hit, I'm just giving an example of a week. By the time June 11th hit, Denzel know, okay, did my team grow by 14 people? Yes or no? It's no longer 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and it didn't grow by that. And people who don't know their numbers, they don't realize they completely off track. So they'll be like, I'm about to hit this goal, and it's like, you are not on track. And they don't know, right? But when you know your numbers, you kind of get on track. Like me, I'm in the process of losing like 30 pounds, right? I wrote down what I need, how much I need to lose per week, everything. So by the time the next week hit, I get on the scale, I'm not at my goal. My mind is like, oh, well, you eating all protein and low carbs today. That's your fault, right? But if I never tracked it, I don't know. I'm just overeating, all this, so you don't know. That's how people gain a whole bunch of weight over the years, actually, right? This is how it happens. It creep up on you because you're not tracking it, you're not looking at it, right? In your business, okay? So now we got the number. So tomorrow, Denzel looking at her business like, okay, did my team grow by 2 people today? Yes or no? 2 to 5 people? Okay, no, I got it. Tomorrow we gonna work extra hard, okay? It did not, right? That's how she stays on track. That's how she hits her goal, right? As opposed to not knowing these numbers, not tracking nothing all over the place. Like, no, right? Boom. So there we go. So now she got that number. Hope y'all following along. Now, once you have the number, break it down into people who you're gonna work with, okay? So, for example, she needs 38 people. She needs 17 people in leg 1. All right, so how many founders is that? How many founders is 17 people in leg 1? Let's see. I just do 17 divided by 3 people. They only need 3 people. She could, if she in her leg 1, if she create 5 to 6 founders, her leg 1 will be done. You see what I just did? You realize that? Right? No, I'm not showing. I'm going to my notes. All right, so 17 people in leg 1. That means if she helped 5 to 6 people hit founder, she's going to hit her numbers. You help enough people get what they want, and you will get what you want, right? Boom. Now leg 2. Oh wait, sorry, leg 1 still 17 people. Or she can help 2 people hit night, right? Because 10 people, somebody hit night, that's 10 people. Another person hit night, that's 20 people. Boom, she's over her leg 1 quota. You break it down into how many people you can help. Or you can see some people maybe need 2 or 1. You can say, okay, I'm gonna work with Sally, Joe, and Billy. They only need 1 person. Let's work with them this week, blah, blah, blah. The same thing in leg 2, she needs 12 people. If she helped, what, 3 to 4 people hit founder in that leg, she's gonna be done with her bishop, with bishop, right? And 9 in leg 3, that's about 3 founders in one night. If she helped 1 person hit night, or blah, 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 if she say, okay, I'm gonna help this person hit night, right? That means that I'm gonna help them hit night. They gotta help how many people hit founder. Boom. You just developed the whole leader. You showed them how to do the same thing, right? I'm telling you, if you break this down with people, you see how I say if you help 1 person help 5 to 6 people hit founder, how are you gonna help them hit founder? You do the same thing I'm doing with y'all now. I'm about to help y'all smash these ranks, and guess what? I'm gonna hit my goal. You think I'm crazy doing random trainings? No, right? I just help y'all break it down exactly how I do it. It's gonna be so many of y'all ranking up because of this. Now you do the same thing. You follow duplication. I just showed her how to break it down. Now she can literally go to Sally, go ask them, hey, do you want to trade or do you want to build? They say, well, I want to build. What rank you want to hit? Okay, what date you want to hit it? Okay, write it down. Write it down like this. You see I wrote mine down like this? Okay, what you need in leg 1? You got to hit founder to hit founder? Okay, you need 3 people. You know that, right? That means 1 person a day. You hit it in 3 days. You want to do that? All right. Let's get your list written down. All right, let's get your flyer made. All right, I need you to go message like 20, 50 people, right, on your list. The faster you get through your list, the faster you're gonna hit founder. Man, come on now. That's literally how you do it. So now she got her goal. She know how many people you gonna do that. What is the next thing she needs to do? I mean, y'all gonna have to watch this over and over again. All right, so now she knows how many people she needs to help hit these ranks, right? Or if you got a bigger number, like Selena had a bigger number in the beginning, she broke that down. Some people have bigger numbers. For example, if you need 200 people, you're trying to hit Prince or higher ranks like that, you're gonna start getting to a point where you need like 200 people in the leg or 500. What did I do when I started needing the bigger numbers? All right, I said, okay, if I help 10 leaders build a team of 20 more people in the next 21 days, that's 200 people, right? 10 times 20, that's 200. You got your numbers right there. Who was the main ones who's serious? You seen Desiree get on here. She was sounding extra serious. I'm going to hit up Desiree like, girl, you seem real serious. You want to hit this? You want to do this? you can tell who the serious one. They be showing up, they be ready to go, they serious. You can just tell, right? And then you reach out to them like, hey, what you want to do? You want to hit this fast or do you want to hit this slow? I'm trying to hit this in 21 days. What you trying to do, right? So the same thing, 200 people is 5 people, 5 leaders. So once you get to these high ranks, you're gonna start seeing real leaders emerge. Like these people, they building teams, they got 20, 40, 50. You're gonna start seeing some bosses, like I'm not saying everybody not a boss, I'm saying there's some people who like extra boss, right? You're gonna be able to be like, okay, 5 leaders build a team of 40 more people, right? In whatever leg it is, right? That's an example of what I would do, right? So to hit the next rank, I looked at my numbers, I needed about 800 in one leg, 900 in another leg. That's 1,700 people. Okay, then that means I need to go for 3,400 people. All right, it's a bunch of people on the team who hitting like Prince and Emperor and all these crazy high ranks. I'm like, look, I'm about to hit them up, right? This we about to do this 3-week launch. All right, this is what you need to do. So that all them got their numbers. I know Selena numbers, she need like 80 more people to hit Empress. I know Guy, he need like 100 people or something to hit his next rank. I know a lot of people numbers. Like if you don't know like people numbers, that means you're not asking them, you're not doing this process, right? You should be knowing what's going on in your organization. How many you need? Clyde, he's about to hit Prince too. I'm like, when Clyde was going for Duke, he was at Bishop for a while, and I was like, let me hit up Clyde. What is he doing? I hit him up. I'm like, what you doing, bro? Like, you can smash this in like 1 or 2 weeks. I know you can. We broke down the same thing that I did with y'all. I promise y'all, he hit it in a week. After being stuck at that rank for like 3 weeks, he was stuck. He couldn't pass it. He could, but whatever the reason was, when I hit him up, he started following the same process. I said, bro, call all them people in your organization, see who want to hit founders, see who want to do this, who is the main leaders in your team. That means that they need to get this amount, they need to get this amount, so they need to have we was going through this whole process. He hit it in 1 week because of focus and clarity and knowing his numbers and knowing his dates. At first, he was kind of like willy-nilly a little bit, like, okay, I think I want to hit it over here, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dang, if you don't know your date, you definitely don't know this, and this, right? So he smashed it. Now he's doing the same thing. He need like 50 people to hit Prince. He's about to hit that within the next week or 2. Same thing. All right. All right. So now you got that. All right. Now you know what to do. Now you know what you need daily, weekly, and monthly. All right. There's some things that you have to understand that the highest paying income producing activities is also the thing that people spend the least amount of time doing. What I realized is these activities. Phone calls where they're inviting somebody, they're picking up the phone, they're inviting somebody for the information, and following up with the people who actually saw the presentation, doing 3-ways with their upline, doing a launch call, meaning someone comes into business, they write their list, you do a launch call for them, or they use the opportunity meeting for their launch call and invite everybody there, doing actual presentations yourself, 90-day game plan training. I did a training on the 90-day game plan. I showed the chart. I'll show it really, really quickly, guys, because I know some of you probably missed that video or don't know where it's at or didn't see it or whatever the case may be. How many of y'all wish everybody in your organization was on this call right now? Type a 777 or type me. Let me know. How many of y'all wish everybody in your organization was on this call?
My whole family on. Let's go.
Oh, I'm supposed to be searching. Okay, hold on, let me type in chat. You have to take a picture when I post it. I posted several times. 90-day tracker. Very much, it's so helpful. Where is it? That's not it. Oh. Okay. Hold on 1 second. These are income producing activities. Google. What does this say?
Or you got some new ones.
90-day.
That's in the group too.
I put the video in there, but congratulations. It's a document. Where is it? I'll make sure y'all get it though. I don't know why it's not popping up. I sent it to her. Wait, matter of fact, I can go through my sent messages real quick. Eunice, there we go. I found it. See? I found it. It's too small. Hold on, let me put it in PowerPoint. I'm just gonna share my screen. You can just take a picture of this, guys. It's super important because you can track your what you need. You can track the actions, everything. I track everything. I track what I need. I track the actions that I do on a daily basis. You can predict your entire business. What actions are you doing on a daily basis? How many times you're doing those actions? All that stuff. Everything I'm telling you is predictable, right? So let's see. Here's the PDF. I'm gonna open it when done. Here we go. Finally, here's the screen. All right. Let me move this, stop share. How do I go back to it? I'm just gonna put it on here. All right, right here, y'all can take a picture if you need it. You can track how many times are you doing new exposures. If you're doing 25/7/1, like this number should be like 5 people. If you work in your business 5 days a week, that's 25. All right, so if people come to you and they're struggling, it's because they're not doing 25/7/1 and that's not the system, right? Or if you have a busy schedule or you just want to do what you want to do, that's fine. Just understand you want to do what you want to do and you have your goals, right? You want to maybe talk to one person a week or whatever the case, just understand your process is going to be longer and nothing wrong with that. Like, I want to do what I want to do. You can do what you want to do. Nobody is your boss. Nobody is. So just know that you doing that, your actions are creating your results, right? That's all I want people to understand. If you're going to talk to one person a day or know people a day or whatever the case may be, those actions have a consequence, all right? So follow-ups, how many people you're following up with, 3 ways. These are all the activities that make you legend. I did all these activities to become legend. These are literally all the activities. I did Facebook Live. The only things that's not on here is like social media and marketing stuff, which I have in my training, like making posts and stuff like that, like posting and sending messages on Facebook, blah, 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 right? But this is the main income producing activities, all right? If you do these over and over again, over an extended period of time, you will be extremely successful, okay? Hope y'all y'all can't see it? I couldn't see it. Y'all didn't see the activities? Oh, okay. I hope y'all took the picture. Okay. All right. I think I got it. All right. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So if you are intending to do this, these are some commitments that I made to myself. All right. Because I know my numbers too, right? I got my numbers, right? Let me see something. All right. So the fastest way, honestly, to get somebody to founder was, I was talking to Kenny yesterday. He said that he told somebody on his team that he's going to call them. No, he called them, and then he said, "Who do you know? Who you want to call?" Right? And then they start calling people, and he was able to bring in people. Right? I know the fastest way to hit founder in 24 to 72 hours is to really launch your business and do some 3 ways. All right? So if you commit to 1 or more 3 ways a day, right, with your people, call whoever it is, say, hey, who, what you doing? You working for 2 hours? Okay, what are you doing? All right, call me. Who do you know? Who you have on your list? You want to call somebody? And then you start calling them. That's just a quick 3-way, right? So my thing is, when by the time June 7th hit, my number is I'm going to commit to 3 to 10 3 ways a day. Right? I'm reaching out to whoever I can reach out to and whatever leg I need people in. Hey, you want to hit founder? You want to hit Duke? You want to hit whatever? What you want to do? Right? And let's call some people today. I got time. Right? I'm doing 3 ways and I'll close them right on the spot. Hey, get on this Zoom with me. I'm about to show you my back office. We're going to close these people. Like, I'm just going to close them. Right? And you can do the same thing with your upline. It works really good when you have, it's basically called the 2 against 1 principle. This guy, he built his team in the hundreds of thousands using the 2-against-1 principle, and that's basically 3 ways, okay? Because when 2 people are saying an idea versus you trying to convince somebody, it's more powerful, all right? You also want to commit to getting everybody launched within 24 to 72 hours, all right? Simply have them write their list, get their flyer done with their picture on it and branded and all that good stuff, right? And have them sending out that flyer and make sure they have the money script, right? If you have a person want to build and you don't give them the way to invite people or talk to people, then they're going to have a hard time. All right, make sure it's really good if you introduce your team to one of the leaders on the team. That's very, very good to do. I know when a lot of leaders who came in, I introduced when David wasn't so busy. He's way crazy busy now. I would say, hey, talk to David, because I wasn't a legend yet at the time, but he was a higher rank than me. So I was like, hey, let's talk to him. He gave him a few tips of things that they need to do, and that's to do the same thing. When I remember Guy brought in Naya, that's how I met Naya. She's about to hit freaking Duchess, y'all. Shout out to Naya. He introduced me to her, and when I talked to her, I said, hey girl, what you doing? Hey, what you want to do? You want to build or do you want to trade, right? She said, I want to make residual income. I said, okay, how much you want to make? I said, what date? Can you write it down? Write it down like this. I'm so happy and grateful now. I said, use these affirmations. I'm telling you, they're going to make you successful, right? And she had her date down. She started smashing her goals. I said, okay, this is what you do. You need this amount. Do you know how many people you need to do that? You need this in this leg, this in this leg. And I broke it down real quick with her, right? Because that's the system. That's the system. Your organization is going to be grow based on how many people you can help do this with, okay? So introduce them to a leader. Promote the calls. If you're not promoting the calls, like, hey, everybody invite guests today, everybody get on the training today, your organization is going to be very, very weak, okay? Now, like I said, sometimes maybe your team will listen to you, maybe they won't. What I tell people, rank up on them. That's my solution to everything. Rank up on them. They going to listen. They start seeing you making big moves, they're going to be like, whoa, hold on, how you do that? What did you do? Okay, I'm ready to listen. I'm telling you, when I first started, I was doing the majority of the work. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm doing everything. Da, 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 da. I said, oh well, I'm not gonna be a victim. I'm gonna freaking do it. Shoot, forget y'all. Y'all wanna do nothing? I had Bishop, and then a few of them was like, okay, hold on, wait, let me get on this training. Then I had Duchess. They was like, whoa, hold up. And then I had Princess on them, and I became the first princess in the company. They was like, okay, I'm about to listen. Right? They didn't have no choice. They like, what are you doing? Right? Oh, that's what I say. That is what I say. I'm telling you, they will listen to you. Rank up on them. Or if you trade and start posting your trading results, like, look, I don't know what y'all doing. I'm making this trading money, right? Smash your goals. Identify 3 or more people each week that you're going to work closely with, all right? If you're not working with nobody in your team, you're not calling them, or then you never talk to them, or you're not asking them, like, what do you need? What do you want to do? Like, you're going to struggle, right? This is a teamwork effort, okay? Commit to picking up the phone. The phone is your most powerful weapon. I call it the freedom tool. Literally, you'll make more money if you pick up the phone, call people in your organization, call people who are not in the business, call them. When I was learning how to sell like $5,000 products, $20,000 products, once you get to the point where you selling like $1,000 plus products, you make more money when you pick up the phone. So I learned that the phone is more powerful than what I thought. I hated picking up the phone. I'm like a new school baby. Old school, a lot of old school people, they like to pick up the phone, they'll talk, right? I'm like more new school. I'm like, just text me. Like, you could have said that in the text, right? But I understood now, like, when you in this business, and I used to didn't like people like this. I'm kind of, honestly, you may see me on videos, but I'm more of an introverted person. I'm a homebody, to be honest with you. Just being honest, I really didn't want to talk to people or like that. I had to learn that, and I had to understand that I have a bigger purpose than being fearful and being scared to talk to people or whatever the case may be. Once I understood my purpose, I understood that I have to open my mouth, right? So you have to understand that too. So train your team as best as you can. Commit to reaching out to expired people. So if they expire, make sure you reach out to them. And if they don't renew, you make sure you let me know or let your upline know that they need to be kicked out of everything. They're gonna get kicked out of the chats. They're gonna kick out of everything. All right. And then when you're bringing in new people, if you got extra people, those are the people you work with. You want to put the people under them. Okay, those people who are coachable and teachable. Those, if you got extra people, you want to put people under them, because if you put people under people who don't want to do anything, like, you're gonna really, really hurt yourself. Like, you can help them if you want. Like, I helped a lot of people who didn't do anything, and then motivated them to do something. But then I helped a lot of people who did nothing. So once you get to the point where you start ranking up everything, you really have to be smart with your time. You got to be smart of where you place people and stuff like that, because you want to, if somebody can manage a team, they got their chat set up, they training their team, they doing all this stuff, they show up to the meetings, blah, blah, blah. Wouldn't you rather put somebody under that person? Because you know that that person is going to get taken care of. While even though you brought them in, you can plug them into them, and now they're going to be training them. All right, that is this really smart business. All right, or versus you're gonna put somebody under somebody who never show up to nothing, never do nothing. Right? They just in la la land. That person is going to hurt. That person's gonna hurt. You're gonna hurt that person. So I'm just being honest with you. All right, that's the main gist I want to talk about. Anybody have a question, or I think somebody was gonna say something. Who was it? Who's it? How do we get on your training that you were talking about on yesterday's call? Oh, that one. This week I'm going to give the details of that. I still have to remove a lot of people from that group. If they were after 60 days and in 6 months, just I don't understand how to break down your numbers now. Was y'all doing that at first? Was y'all breaking down your numbers like that? Oh man. Super, super important. All right, let me let Selena. Selena, did you have something you want to say? Oh, wait, she's muted.
Look, you covered everything.
Okay. All right.
I have a question, lady,
Yes.
Dominic.
Yes.
How everybody doing? How is everyone? I'm sorry, I was actually braiding hair, so I couldn't really type in the chat like I wanted to. Anyway, I was about to ask, so what advice do you guys, or that you recommend, Dominique, to, in my case, I it's like I'm trying to convince people to want to build. And then what's funny is y'all not even really trading either. So it's like, you should be trying to get this residual income, but like is it, should I just continue to like rank? Because of course, yes, it does make me work harder, because everybody's like, well, man, I came in here to trade. You can make that check you trying to make trading if you trade. And I'm like, that is true. However, why would you want to limit your check? So that's the position I find myself in. Of course, I'm still, calling my people, doing the PS3 system and things of that nature. But just for the people I have, like just getting them on the call, I'm like, just come over here and listen at least. I'm like, you don't at least want to be free? So that was the angle I came, like, come on, we can at least start 3 people. So just was asking that. Just was wondering what y'all thought.
No, you did what you needed to do. You brought them in and everything like that. But people like that, some people you just can't help, honestly. Just to be honest, you just can't help them. Like, they're not gonna listen. They're not gonna do nothing. If they don't, they just not. You just have to bring in new people. It is based on, sometimes it is based on the type of person, the type of people that you bring in. If they're like that, then they really don't. I'm not gonna say they don't count, because they do. But as far as your goals, it has to. Anybody else want to Guy? You say a person convinced against their will is a Guy. You want to say something about that? Anybody? Any leaders want to talk about that? Because we all dealing in the same boat.
I can speak on that.
Yes.
Girl.
Hey, Wendy.
Hey. Y'all, that's a waste of time.
Yeah.
Just point blank and honest. Until they are ready to actually do something about their life, it don't matter what you say to them. You can be there to encourage them. You can tag them in your chats. You can tag them in different posts that gives them information, to be there to support them as you're going along supporting everybody else. But you can't drag them along, because all it's going to do is suck your energy dry. So you just let them know, hey, this is available. I really think it would be of value to you. When you're ready, let me know. And then just keep going.
Absolutely.
Yes. I learned that a long time ago.
Same thing, man.
Thank
You don't
y'all.
want to convince nobody, man. At the end of the day, if you gotta convince them to work or join, you gotta convince them to make money. You gotta convince them to stay. You don't want to get involved in that. It will drain you of all your energy, man. Everything is there. If they really want it, they're gonna go get it. You know, you want to work with the willing. You know, the individuals that are willing to work with you, you want to work with those individuals and continue to build your business because it will drain you.
Yes,
It's definitely
did.
draining.
Who else dealt with that and feel the same way? Because
Well,
I have
yeah,
something to say.
I feel the same way, Dominique. This is Kenny, man. I matter of fact, while we're talking, I just got a call from my downline, and they was just telling me that somebody at one moment was so excited, and then now they don't want to do anything. They didn't sign up. So in other words, you can't even go on hype. They might seem like they're gonna really do it, but if you don't believe in it, you know, you got to believe in your business. You know, you got to believe that you are already successful even before you sign up. And in this situation, and you know, they were just so hyped. So she was telling me they're gonna sign up. I just had to encourage her and say, hey, let's move on. It's all right. We gonna get it right, you know. So sometimes people get so hyped and think they're gonna just really sign up, but in reality, you got to really want to do it from the get-go, you know.
Yeah, sometimes people be going through things too, and then they be dealing with a lot, or they just don't care for it. To be honest, some people just don't care about it, or they don't see the same thing that we see, or whatever. But I'm telling you, Sheeta, listen, I got so depressed because I used to try to drag people, honey. I know exactly what you're talking about. I used to try to drag them. I wanted them to be successful so bad. They would tell me they're going through things, Man, I had to take off 3 months of the industry just because I did it for so long, trying to drag people and motivate them, all this stuff, until I woke up one day and I read that book. Read this book called The Greatest Networker Ever. That'll help you a lot. And I read that book and I realized that it's just not my responsibility to help people who are not willing to help themselves. And we have to understand it's in their time, it's in God's time, and sometimes it's not their time to get to that level. So as long as we understand that, and then we see the type of person we work with, as soon as I recognize that, Sheeta, I said, oh no, I'm not letting this drain me. I'm not letting it make me sad. I'm not about to stalk them or convince them. I said, I'll be here when you're ready. All right. And then I move on, and then I go and I bring in more people. I'm talking to more people. I say, okay, I need 20 people. That means every time I hit a rank, I said, if I need 20 people, whatever the case may be, I said, that means, okay, I need to go talk to 200 people. I need to go talk to 100 people, because everybody is born. It's people born every single day. It's billions of people. And I understand that. So I'm like, okay, I'm about to find somebody else to talk to. That's what I do. Me personally, I don't let them make me mad. I don't let them make me sad. I don't care what they say to me. I don't care what's going on in my organization. Nobody is about to make me sad or mad or depressed anymore. I made that decision as soon as I joined. So if they not with it, if they not on my vibration, I'm keeping it moving.
Dominique.
Yes.
I got something to say too.
Yes.
This is Monique speaking. Hi, Dominique.
Hello.
So I just want to tell you, definitely don't get discouraged about that. I had a friend of mine, I was speaking to him today. I actually been speaking to him all week, and he's been telling me, oh, I don't know, I need more evidence. I need this, I need that. He's been on the webinars, everything. I'm like, listen, bro, I'm not here to convince you to do anything. I'm here to provide you with the information because I feel it's something that would help you out. You are going to make the final decision on this. Definitely don't sit there on one person. Keep it pushing. This is marketing. It's like a deck of cards. You got to continue playing your cards. You're going to find somebody. The next person you find might be a leader. They might end up being a super marketer. So you just got to continue marketing. That's what marketing is about.
Yeah, I always stay in phase one. Thank you for that, everybody. Yeah, I always stay in phase one. As soon as you get into the point where you managing people, or you waiting on people to do stuff, or they got to do stuff, and that's when we come. That's why I personally come into problems when I start saying, okay, I'm gonna rely on this to happen, or this to happen, or this to happen to hit my rank. I feel like I'm responsible for my rank. If I need the numbers, I'm gonna get them, whether people do anything or not. That's my mindset, and that's how I was able to hit legend.
Hey, Dominic, to piggyback on what you were saying, as soon as you start, I mean, because it's 4 different phases. Phase 1 gets it done. And then once you move out of phase 1 and start managing your team or critiquing the
Can you talk about the phases? Because some people don't know what we mean when we say phases.
All right, so phase one is recruitment mode. That's when you actually putting in the work. Phase 2 is when you start criticizing and being analytical and start wondering, what is this? What is that? And you start criticizing, or not criticizing, but critiquing the company and critiquing the comp plan and critiquing this and critiquing that. And then the next phase is when you start managing your team. Right, you start micromanaging, and this is when you start pointing fingers at other people and blaming other people for your business not doing what it's supposed to do. In phase 4, you're out. Phase 4 is when you completely quit. So you want to move, you want to stay in phase 1 because it's not nobody's fault. It's your business. It's your business. It's your business to make it do what it do.
Hi, Dominique. This is Gloria. I'm gonna piggyback off Kenny. I'm the one that he was speaking of that just called him during the meeting. And they be so excited and ready to join, and then they'll come up with excuses like, I have to learn more so that I can explain it to people, when we're basically trying to tell them to just have your people get on the Zoom meeting. Just because you don't understand the Zoom meeting don't mean they're not going to. So that's what I'm basically running into. They're not understanding the concept of how to make this money, and I don't get it.
I say my solution to every problem is pray and talk to more people. Honestly, that's my solution to everything. Prayer and talk to more people. Anytime I have a problem, anybody give me any issues, it sounds like I need to pray again and talk to more people and create an affirmation for this. That's what I do. That's what I do for everything.
Hey, Dominique, I just want to say one thing, and it's to piggyback on what everyone is saying, and this is what I do. I just go through the numbers. I go through the numbers. I constantly post. I constantly market. I constantly talk to people every day. I have people inbox me every day, and the lady that said, you know, I had 5 people I talked to today. They were all excited. They got the information. I even got them on calls. And then when it's time to sign up, it's crickets, but it's fine. You just go through the numbers, and you got to remember that they're still going to be watching you. They're still going to be checking you out to see what you're doing. I've had people come into my business, get checks, and quit. It's cool. That's on them. This business is so easy. And what I've learned by coming into this, and like I've worked with Dominique for years, and we're finally back together. And my upline, she's just a beast at marketing. But the thing is, I take everything we've learned all these years, and you talk to people. The right people are going to come. Like right now, my leg 1, I don't have to do anything. People are coming in on that leg every day. Now I'm just working on my leg 2 and 3. And 2 is fine, but the 3 I have to totally rebuild, which I have no problem with because I know I'm gonna get the people. And that's what everybody got to see. The best part that I liked about this company is if you get 3, you teach your people to get their 3, and it runs organically. It will start taking a mind of its own. That's what's happening to my leg 1. So I'm excited because I know my leg 1 is running that way. So you can imagine when I get them other 2 running that way, man, just go through the numbers. I'm sorry. I just had to put that in.
Can I say something, Dominique?
Yep.
Hi, this is Nola. How you doing, Dominique?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. And hello, everyone. Well, what I want to say is that, like, for my experience, like, I have some people that they have like spillover, legitimate spillover, you know, in their downlines, and with that said, they won't even like try and attempt to get their 3. So I don't know if they're waiting for a rabbit to jump out of a hat. I don't know what they're waiting for, you know? And it's like, are you really kidding me? Don't you know if you try to get to 3 people that you could bypass founder and you'll go right to night because you have those numbers already in your downline? And you would think that that would excite them, but it's not until they have that mind shift. You know, they can say, you know, it can sound all beautiful and glamorous to them. And Tradera is the best thing that ever happened to anyone. But until it resonates in their mindset, hey, if they're not going to do it, then they're not going to do it until their mind completely shifts. That's all I want to say.
That is true. Y'all saying the truth. Y'all saying the
I
truth.
just can I ask you?
Dominique.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is Sam from Michigan.
Yes.
What's your views on paying it forward?
If you have a certain amount designated for your business, I tell people invest 20% into your business. Like I said, I treat this like a business. Like I actually invest in it and everything. I would say interview your people. If you're gonna pay for somebody to come in, make sure you interview them. You want them to be go-getters, not just anybody.
Exactly.
That's the main key. Make sure they go-getters. Interview them and say, okay, do you know people? If they the type of person they say, no, I don't know anybody, or this and this, I wouldn't pay it for them.
Okay, all right, thank
They're gonna have to find the money, and then I could train them.
Thank you.
Yes. That's
Hey, Dominique, I have a question. This is Natalia.
Hey.
Hey, so what would be your encouragement advice for someone like I have 3 people on my team, and I've been trying to get them to move, to motivate, but most of them, or all 3 of them, keep saying that everybody they talk to has the same mindset. And I can kind of agree that it's literally about that, because we come from like a small town or a small area, and everybody we pretty much know thinks the same way.
Mm-hmm.
So what would be your encouragement advice for them, so that I can relate that to them as well?
That's a good question. I'm glad you asked that, because people say that to me all the time, or they'll say I come from a town, nobody want to do it in my town. Number one, I know for a fact that they didn't talk to everybody in their town. Everybody in their town is not like that. I come from Gary, one of the most miserable towns in the world. You know how many people in the business in this actually joined this business who actually came from Gary, the same town that I said nobody want to join, or everybody is their mindset. It's like they in there, they diamonds in the rough, but they are there. The other thing I say is, why are you limiting yourself to your town? Why are you not going to go meet successful people? Why are you not using social media that has billions of people? Why are you not going to make friends with new people? That's my question. Make new friends, or go through the social media training. Because I have a training in the file section in the paid elites group. Everybody who tell me that, I say, go watch this video called How to Turn Strangers into Leads. I show people how to get 50 to 100 leads a day, complete strangers, what to say to them, and I signed people up right on that video. Them people did not know me. They didn't know who I was. They didn't know how much money I was, none of that. They signed up. So it's still a numbers game at the end of the day. The more successful people you talk to, the better you're gonna do. The more unsuccessful people you talk to, your business is gonna be real hard. If you only limiting yourself to only people you know, only people who doing not as good as you. Oh, a lot of people, they say, oh, I need to help my sister or my cousin because they struggling, or whatever the case may be, right? Those be the worst people, to be honest, sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes you do, because now their mindset is it's a whole bunch of reprogramming you gotta do. Why not talk to the pastor? Why not talk to that person you go to the nail salon to? Why you go to the front desk of the nail salon and talk to that person who running the whole store? Those are the people you want to talk to. That's what I would say.
Nice. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. See, she said my cousin from Gary, she grew up in Gary and she joined. It's a whole bunch of people from my town who actually joined. I was like, what? Every time I see somebody from Gary, I be like, what?
You're upline. You should be.
Hello,
All right.
Hello.
Yes, hey.
Hello, please, you mentioned the video in the literate group, please.
Yeah,
Can
just go
you,
to the files.
okay,
Go to
in
the
the
files.
Telegram?
It's in
Is
the
it
paid elites group.
okay, on Facebook?
Yes,
Hello?
in the paid
Okay.
elites, the training group on Facebook.
All right, all right.
Yes, this is, I guess, is an undercover secret. These files that nobody never go through, worth over $20,000. These secret files right here. Boot camp. How to turn strangers into leads. I send this to everybody who tell me they don't know nobody. Look, all these people. Go type in work from home on Facebook. You're going to see groups with 100,000 people in it. All these people say, I want to work from home. And you don't know nobody? Okay, well, you better go meet these people. I showed the video how to do it, everything. This video right here. I send this to everybody who tell me they don't know nobody. And then you can build a six-figure big business on social media. I did it from scratch. I wish I could. How do you go to old posts? I'm trying to see if I go to my old posts when I first started. Jesus. Let's see 2012. Because people be like, oh, she did this only because she did or she know people, and they say only the leaders make all the money. Oh, so they just woke up and they was born and joined that company and it just went amazing. I'm like, no, like, stop being a victim. If I would have kept on saying that when I was struggling, I used to be jealous. I seen this guy making $20,000 a month. I was like, oh, I can't stand him because he was making so much money and I was so poor. And I caught myself once I learned about emotion. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm being jealous and trifling. Like, I'm jealous of him. I need to be learning from him. And I reached out to him. Y'all. I said, I'm so sorry. I was really jealous. And I don't know what came over me. I was really, really jealous. And he came and he was so nice to me. He said, here go my group. Go watch this video on how to do YouTube. Go watch this video on how to do this. And he had some good training. And I was like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad. And I learned a lot of stuff from him. So if you got a jealous spirit and you're not realizing it, you better recognize that spirit. Like, it's just a whole thing. Like, when people say only the leaders make the money, they low-key be jealous and they low-key trying to be a victim or make excuses. Anytime somebody blame anybody else on something, it's a problem.
And you're telling your subconscious that you're recognizing you're not a leader.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's so bad.
Yes, and when you say only leaders make money, you basically just say, well, I'm not a leader, but they are. When you really can't become a leader. I tell people, I'm like, why don't you become a leader then? Oh, it's only for certain people. That's called a limiting belief. They thinking like that. They like, it's only certain people. They like, you do the presentations real good. Not everybody can do it like that. I'm like, girl, if you don't go look at my old YouTube videos, man, I was a mess. Oh my gosh.
Dominique, this is Naya from Maryland. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I just wanted to say real quick that you got to respect the people on the sideline that sells water on the street. You know what I mean? Because if you tell yourself you're gonna buy a 12 case of water, and you go out there all day, because you got people that sell water on the street, on the side of the street all day. So you mean to tell me if you got a case of 12 bottles of water and you don't sell none for the day, what, you gonna go home and be blown? You know what I mean? You gotta do it again tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So and you gotta respect the hustle. And I come from a hustling background, but when I joined Tradera, it had me. I was like, wait a minute, what's going on? I had to kind of like take a mental break. But I had to, like you said, you have to go back into phase one, because if you can't sell a bottle of water on the side of the road by just simply asking somebody, hey, do you want? You can't. He's not going to be able to sell the water just standing behind the water. You got to get, to the people to sell the water. So I just wanted, to come on here and tell people that, because I try to tell, my folks that they're having, some of them having a hard time trying to get people. Some people I got to convince. And with that being said, I'm like, a business to start today is $99. Can you imagine to start like a business where you got to get like just everything more than 99. So for you to, for your startup, your products, for everything, like say for somebody's doing a candle business and you do all that and you sell no candle, what are you just going to go back to what you've been doing because you didn't sell a candle? You already got too much invested. So you might as well just pull forward and keep moving. That's all I wanted to say.
So true, so true. That is so true, y'all. That's so true. So true.
Hi, Dominique. This is Stacy. Oh,
Yes.
sorry.
Go ahead. I'm just kidding.
I have a question. I have a friend of mine. She's in Tradera too, and her 3 people are like, she got them in, and now they don't want to do it at all. So she lost her 3 people. Can they be taken out of the system so she could get 3 new people, or how does that work?
They won't be taken out of the system. But I mean, it will be just kind of zero. She can work around them because the system has unlimited spots. So it doesn't matter if somebody falls off. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So she just put them.
One is X'd out, so like he deactivated, I guess.
Right. Yeah, and that's fine. She just work around them, place the new people she bring in wherever she needs to put people at. Like it doesn't matter if people quit it or whatever. Don't affect
her link 3 more times and then build down.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good.
I don't know how to find this.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I was just trying to find my old post, but if you scroll down, if you ever take the time, you'll see me trying to start my business, trying to say, hey, who want to make money and all this stuff. Just bad. What did I do? Every day I would work on my page. I would go look for successful people. I would start adding them to my page, like 25 people a day, 50 people a day. I start adding to my page, my page. In 3 months, I grew my page to 5,000 people. After I decided to stop being a victim, I added these new people. I looked at their page. I wanted the successful people, the ones who started posting motivational quotes. I put them on my page instead of the people saying, oh, the government is trifling, those type of people, the ratchet people. I kicked them off. The negative people, I kicked them off. I filled my page with all type of good people. I said hey to them. I said happy birthday to them. I made friends with them. I sent them motivational videos. And then I started making posts. They started looking at my posts. And then I started making quality posts like, curiosity posts. I started doing videos. I upgraded my cover photo. You see, you got to become the person you want to be. You don't just start off like that. You become it. So it's not about what you can't do right now. It's about who do you want to become? What are you going to do about it? Are you going to keep complaining? Or are you going to work every day and become a person of influence, a person who can help other people? And remember, every dud knows the stud. Every dud knows the stud. I'm telling you, it's the most craziest phenomenon I ever seen. You can bring somebody in and they talk to some people and one of those people just be a super boss. You'd be like, whoa, right? That can happen to you. So sometimes that's why I tell people to write their list, because in that list can come some powerful people. All right, so struggles real for Damo and Aaron. I had a friend. Yes, my mother-in-law, Teresa Barbie, she said the struggle was real for Damo and Aaron. I had a front row seat to their process. They never quit and continue to grow and help others as well. Yep. This is true. It's a lot of people saying it. I know Guy from back in the day. He's seen it. A lot of people. We don't start off like this. We become this. So as long as you got excuses and saying the leader's only the one, all this stuff, you gonna keep on dealing with it. All right. Anybody have any last questions? I hope y'all understand how to track your numbers now. Y'all should know. Anybody have any last minute questions? I'll take 2 more questions if you have them. I've seen it. Uncle Anthony, they all seen it. Ooh,
I have a question.
Yes.
How does the spillover work? Because I noticed some people in my downline is showing like 576 in their downline, but I don't see it. So what is that all about?
Make sure that you go in the Lit Trade House. It's a group. It's called the Lit Trade House. Make sure you join the groups because we posted several updates about this. The servers, they're fixing the rank analysis. Some people have more people than they actually have, But if you go to the genealogy and the network, you can actually see the real amount. Like some people overnight, they had like 500, 10,000, 20,000 people because the support team, the development team, I mean, they were doing new updates. So that probably is inaccurate information. If they wake up and it just came out of nowhere and they didn't build that team, or you don't remember putting those people there, then that means it's not actually there.
Oh, okay.
Real spillover is gonna come from, say, the person who you joined, they have extra people and they put them in your leg.
Oh, okay.
That's where it actually comes
Okay, thank you.
from. Yes. All right, last question. Yeah, David Luciaga did just do a live.
Put those down.
In the little trade house. Yep, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. All right, I think everybody got a tie. Ty, hey Ty, you want to say something? Any leaders want to say last words?
Stop.
Besides stop.
You called me?
Yes. Remember you was going through that too. Ty, he messaged me. He was like, man, what is going on with my third leg, man? I'm trying to get this third leg up. I'm like, bro, you got to go back to phase 1. You got to bring in some new people, man. What did you do, Ty?
This is what you said. Just put in work and just do a whole revamp. Like like right now, if y'all don't know, I'm on a full relaunch. Even if I have to do my full relaunch campaign by myself, I'm on a full relaunch phase. I'm building everything. It makes you reevaluate a lot of things. Let's say that. But I just listened, just took a look at my organization, took a look at what I'm doing and what I'm doing right and what I'm doing wrong, and just follow the blueprint. Like they say, follow the blueprint, and she really means follow the blueprint. The second you stray from it, you'll start seeing stuff like that happening.
That's true. That's
And then one last thing too. And then another thing too, you gotta realize too, like if you start spending your time, you start seeing yourself spending time trying to convince people to win, then you know you're doing something wrong. So in that aspect, when I got over that aspect and I changed my mindset, it's really coming down to mindset.
So at first you was trying to convince your team and everything like that, and you was messaging me talking about something. What the heck is going on?
Yeah, just try to convince the team, try to get the work instead of just do what you said. Like Dominique said, man, you just put in work and just rank up on them and pay attention to the people that's plugging in. Because I'm sure all y'all know on here, 99% of the people that really fall out or fail in this are people that don't plug in. So if you got somebody that ain't reached out to you, you haven't talked to somebody in a couple of weeks, then 9 times out of 10, like Selena said yesterday, they're going to fall out. So if you guys are bringing in people and you're not plugging them into the group, you're not introducing them to your chats, you're not introducing them to your upline, then you're already doing them disservice already when you're bringing them in. Like you miss that first step right there, then that's hindering them a lot right there. Now a lot of people that see you fall out or failing this, they miss that first very important step right there. Is by introducing them and showing them how they can stay plugged in.
Yeah. So this is exactly what I told Ty, because I've been knowing Ty for a long time. When he told me that, I said, I think he needed like 8 more people in his third leg. And he was saying like, well, he was trying to convince the team and they was not really paying attention or whatever the case. I said, you need 8 people? I said, you go get 8 people. That's exactly what I told. I said, you get the 8 people. I said, don't wait on them. You're going to be waiting for who knows when. I said, go get 8 people yourself. Like, that's my honest advice. And what he do? He went to go get more people. He brought in this one lady. She came through dripping. Man, how many people in that leg now?
I went for like -5. It's like I'm pushing 40 now.
He said -5.
It was -5. After they did that stuff, yeah, we had to build our way back from -5 after all them glitches and stuff happened. Yes.
He went from doing that, y'all, and he said, I'm gonna get it myself if I had to. Now they got like 40 people, and it only took like days, but it was like
one guy brought in 10 people in one day.
And if he would have just stayed there trying to convince them same old people, straggling people, man, you would have still -5 people.
Yeah, that's wow. Yeah, man, it was bad.
It's the truth, y'all. All right,
Oh,
all
yeah.
right. That was funny. I just wanted to say that because a lot of people, we be going through the same thing. Yep. Next time y'all tell me, I'll be like, okay, go get how many people you need? 5, 10, 20? Okay, you go get them yourself. Because they ain't doing nothing. What we gonna do? Keep saying it? We don't know. Oh well.
I got something, Dominique, to add to that, exactly what you're talking about.
Yep.
So sometimes when we have things like that happen to us and we reach a certain point and then all of a sudden we're backtracked and we have to crawl back up to that point again and we backtrack and we go back and we backtrack. Sometimes the root cause of that is not the people, it's you and your limiting beliefs. Now that's some deep stuff, y'all, because we don't think about that. But do you have a core limiting belief that you're not worthy of what your goal is? Do you have a core limiting belief that tells you that you cannot have that success because your ancestors didn't, or because money is bad? You're all free from that, by the way. So you have to sometimes look at yourself when things like that occur over and over again, because there's something else deep rooted into that. Not saying it's not those people too. Yes, it is. But you attracted those people in the first place. So just a little tip there for you guys. Some things that I've recently learned through learning about all of this from Dominique first. And then I learned some additional things. And it's some powerful stuff.
Yeah, it is.
So you always have to sort of like reevaluate your own thoughts, even the thoughts that you don't even realize you're having.
Yeah. Yeah,
So.
sometimes it is that they do be deep. It be crazy. It's crazy, man. I can't even begin to explain it. And it's the same thing that used to happen to me. And I said, well, I think I'm gonna step up. I'm just gonna have to step it up because I don't know why I'm attracting these type of people. I really didn't. I'm glad you said that because that really did happen to me. I kept attracting certain type of people, and I'm just like, I have to reevaluate myself. I gotta clear my energy. I gotta change my energy.
Me too. Me too.
Dominique, I'm
And
doing
I
it.
didn't realize what the case really boiled down to until I really learned about it. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is that. That is this, and that is this, and that is this. And let me get all that situated within myself first.
Yes.
So
Yes.
just wanted to point that out for you guys.
Hey, Dom. Hey, she's not lying. I'm doing that right now. You hear me? It's going on right now. I was like, look, I'm taking a leap of faith. And I'm coming back strong. I just gotta, seek my God, you know what I'm saying? Sit down a little bit and figure out what it is. Because you can get to that glass ceiling again. Because it's always new levels, new devils, or new levels of leadership once you get there, right?
Yeah.
And it's something that's going on in you that you don't see just yet. And you got to figure it out. And you can't figure it out if you're constantly going. So you got to sit down so you guys can see what God's trying to tell you.
Mm-hmm. Or why is this happening to me? What am I saying? Or what am I doing?
Yep.
What is my vibration to attract this thing? It's not always about pointing the finger. Sometimes you really got to say, okay, whoa. And I'm really glad you said that.
Exactly. Because also people don't realize when you were growing up, you were taught things that you don't even remember you were taught, just in passing, just in the way that your parents said things, the way your grandparents said things, the way they did things, the way they worked a job, the way they, whatever it was that they did.
Yeah.
That is deep rooted in you, whether you know it or you don't. And it either impacted you negatively or positively, depending on what it was in the decision you made at that moment for your life moving forward.
Right. And yeah, that is true because my dad took care of my mom all the time, right? And then when they got a divorce, I lived with my mom. She ended up passing away, but when I was younger, I lived with her for a while, and she always was on government assistance. She never barely had a job. She was always getting child support, or she would, whoever she was with, they would pay for her stuff. Like she never really worked. I hate to say it, she never really worked for her money like that. And I saw that as a child. So then I moved with my dad, and my dad is a super, super hard worker. He works, he do whatever he needs to do for his family, all this stuff. So I dealt with two different minds, and then I went through that. The people who know me from the past, like my mother-in-law says, they witnessed that. I ended up on food stamps. I wanted to rely on the government. I had men who took care of me until I got with my husband. He didn't have no money when we met, right? And then I was like, then I turned it to my dad because it was out of necessity. It was out of fight or flight. So it's really deep. Who you was raised by, deep stuff, and even talking to my husband about how he was raised and what happened. Sometimes he didn't see his dad. Sometimes this happened. It's like so crazy, y'all. Y'all don't even understand. It's like deep, 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 deep. So that's why I say I have to do affirmations, because sometimes you don't even know you have these things, right? That's exactly why we do affirmations, to get rid of that crap. Let that stuff go. Let it go.
Hey, Dominique, you ever heard that saying, what stops a man from making $1 million?
What?
What stops a man from making $1 million a year? Well, in our case, $1 million a month, right? But they say what stops a man from making $1 million a year is when they get the 6 figures. And you get the 6 figures, you think you because you've never been there before, you settle right there when there's more for you. And you might not even believe that the more that you believe that can happen for you, you don't even have that belief in yourself yet. And that I'm telling you, a lot of people don't believe that they deserve that 100,000. I mean, it could be something that you did in the past, something that you just went through that you're kind of ashamed of, and things of that nature, where to stop you from going to that next level. I'm telling you some good stuff. I'm going through it.
Exactly. It's exactly true. And most of the time, people don't even realize it.
What God just said.
Yeah.
Hold on, God. My bad. God, let me pick back off the basic that goes to. You got hurt. Like you said, what stops a man, because there's hesitation in the elevation. Everybody that ever been successful reaches some point where they be like, man, am I getting too high? Am I getting too far from what I'm used to? So a lot of people, we are like she also said, what we used to, what we taught, we didn't realize we were taught. Like a lot of people, financial thermostat hasn't reached that high yet. For people, financial thermostat haven't reached the point of high enough that they where I could make 100,000, so they're so used to making a certain amount. Like the people that's only used to making $500 a week or $1,000 a month, just at their job, they still gotta break that mentality and break that mold that got a hold of them with that. So like I said, there's always hesitation in the elevation. So what you gotta do is basically know how to break through that structure, or break through that mental wall that's in it, and continue to elevate, and then get past the point where you're afraid of, I'm going too far. Am I going too far from what I'm used to, which is your comfort zone? So at that point, if you're at a point of the hesitation, your elevation, then that's actually a great breaking point to realize and reevaluate yourself and know that, are you ready for the next level? Until you are fully ready for the next level, then you go to the next level.
That's true. That's what happened to me.
That's exactly right. Awareness is a powerful thing, and if you haven't reached the point of having that awareness yet, you're not going to do yourself justice.
Talk to him. That's exactly what it is.
It's because I was stuck at 6. I remember I was stuck at 0 forever, it felt like. Then I was stuck at 6 figures. I could not pass 6 figures to save my life. And I started changing my environment. I had to change my environment again because I got comfortable at it. And I would just do the bare minimum, what I knew exactly to hit that. And then I literally just was like, I'm ready to be a millionaire, man. I'm like, I want to be a millionaire. I'm serious this time. What I got to do? And I started learning from really successful people. And that's what I had to do. But it was hard to break that barrier. I was like, man, what am I doing? I'm working hard. But every time I got to that certain amount of money, I would lay back. I would take a break. That's why when you see people hit Knight or Noble, sometimes you'll see them fall back a little bit. They'll hit Bishop or whatever. They'll fall back a little bit. They just be like, okay, well, this is my normal seat. This is my
Hey, Dom. You still there, Dominique?
Yes.
Oh, okay. It seemed like you faded away. But no, all last year when I was cutting hair, before I was actually involved in this, all last year I kept saying, I'm going to be a 6-figure barber, right? 6-figure barber, 6-figure barber. I wasn't thinking, my mindset wasn't on $1 million. It wasn't set to $1 million. It was set for 6 figures a year. That's what my mindset was set at. And I was set on it. Like I knew it was going to happen. Mm-hmm. And then when I got into this, it was like, oh, shoot, let's tear it up. Got to 6 figures in a heartbeat. Like, so we do have an opportunity to get to where we want to with this. But my mindset was already on 6 figures. So it's literally, I had to shift it from 6 figures because I know I can get that, right? I had to shift it from 6 figures to $1 million. and above. You know what I mean? Like what you've been saying as far as the affirmation, like monthly. You want to make monthly what a person makes in a year. You want to make that monthly, right? And that's the mindset that we have to have. But it is a belief. It's not just saying it. So we say it over and over again until we believe it. Because your mind don't know what's real and what's not. It don't know imagination or imaginary thought from what's real and what's really going on in your life. It has no idea. It's just your mind. But it has so much power. So you got to tell it what to do or tell it what to believe.
Exactly. And when you think you believe something, that doesn't mean you actually believe it. And it definitely doesn't mean that your two parts of your mind believe it congruently together.
That's right.
You have to have faith. And if you don't increase your faith, then you're not going to hit it. That's just it. You have to have faith and believe.
Yep.
And know, So I believe that it's a faith thing, honestly.
It is
Definitely part of it.
That's all.
That's part of it. And then there's part of it, and then there's also scientific things behind it as well. But yes, if you don't have that faith, then your goals are just always going to be out of reach.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Let's get off of here. Don't get to work now. I'm just playing. I'll just play.
Put that faith to action, y'all.
I know. I opened up Pandora's box with that, but like somebody needed to hear that.
That's true. I'm glad you
Yeah, but Dominique need to hear that I need to talk to her about this real estate.
Bye, you guys. It was good being on the call with you guys. So much motivation and love.
Yes. All right.
All right.
See everybody later. Bye-bye.